Welcome back. It's a big statement by Russian President Vladimir Putin as he said that he is ready to compromise over Ukraine in possible talks with the US President-elect Donald Trump. On ending the war, he said he had no conditions for starting talks with the Ukrainian authorities. This is a big statement that has come in from the Russian President Vladimir Putin, who said he was ready for talks with the US President-elect Donald Trump at any time, while regretting that he did not launch Moscow's full-scale offensive earlier. My colleague Rishabh is joining us on the broadcast with the details. Rishabh, what does this statement mean? Because he's ready for talks with Trump, and Trump has said when he is elected to power, he can end the war any time. So what would this statement by the Russian president mean?
Well, we'll be entering the third year of the war in February. We are already in December. 26th of February is when the third anniversary of the war will happen. Having said that, the way things have unfolded, Ukraine ballistic missiles, intercontinental ballistic missiles, for that matter, has been used by Kyiv against Moscow.
Okay, all right, Rishabh, we are facing technical difficulties. My sincere apologies. We'll go back to Rishabh with that update. Trump will return to the White House in January and has called for negotiations to begin. It has stoked some fears in Kyiv that he could force Ukraine to accept peace on the terms that are favorable to Moscow. But these are mere speculations. At the annual end of the year news conference, Donald Trump had said that he is ready for talks with the Russian president. The Russian president has also said that he was ready for talks with the U.S. President-elect. And he said that his troops held the upper hand across the battlefield. In fact, he spoke as Kyiv said Russian attacks on the northeastern Ukraine had killed 3 people. So it continues, the war continues. Putin speaking in a confident tone, but also forcing to admit that he did not know when Russia would take parts of the region. Rishabh is back with us. Yes, Rishabh.
Well, Pratibha, if we see how things have unfolded on the European front, Ukraine and Russia both have been fighting this war for when the third anniversary happens. Having said that, the way the U.S. support has increased for Ukraine, the way, the permission to use U.S.-made or NATO-made long-range ballistic missiles or intercontinental ballistic missiles have been granted to Kyiv, and Kyiv has in turn used that permission to hit locations deep inside Russia. The way Kursk is still a battleground, Russia do understand that prolongating this war is not going to help them in any way, and that's why they want. Russia is now looking at a peace deal, but for a peace deal, Putin also needs a face saving, and that face saving, as per experts, could be Donald Trump. And Putin can go to his electorate and say that it was the United States' request that we have adhered to. We haven't taken a step back. Also, a lot of Ukrainian territory now is in Russian control, and that's the reason that Russia will not be upset from having a ceasefire now.
Okay, all right, Rishabh, thank you for joining us with those details. This could be a big development, and it could lead to the end of the war. Let's see what happens when the two leaders decide to meet. With that, a quick break. We'll be right back with the top headlines. Do stay with us.